Of all things I've done as mayor, this is one of the most exciting Monday mornings, to be very frank. Very frank. Why is it? And I don't have to talk about the recession. You know how difficult the recession is. It's not just printed, but it's in someone's face, it's someone's family, it's someone's career, and what has taken place over the last 3 or 4 years. And so waking up to this first class is really important for me, because as a city grows, we have to have diversity, and we have diversity here. We'll continue to always have diversity, which is really important for the future of our city and our nation. Just think, we're one of the few countries in the world that welcomes immigrants and diversity and everything else. It's really a unique country. But at the same time, we have to look within, and we have to say to ourselves, how can we forget, what can we do for the forgotten class? And that's you. You worked all year, you went to school, you worked, you paid your taxes, local, state, and federal taxes. But you don't fit into all the poverty programs, you don't fit into all the rich programs. So you're like in limbo. You don't know where you are, but you're there. You raised your family, you took care of the elders, you took care of your children or grandchildren, you went to your churches and block clubs and community organizations. You're very good workers, and recession took place, and unfortunately, you were laid off. And lay off all of a sudden in your life. And here, I've done everything right. Who's going to reach out to me? Where am I going? I filled in enough resumes. I've been to more training programs. I've overtrained now. And what can I do? Who's going to hire me? It's simple as that. And that's why this pilot program is so important to get it right. And I kept pushing Maria and Rita and others, when are we going to start? When are we going to start? Because I figure it's great to have this idea, but in order to start something, it can't be in 2 or 3 or 4 years, because I feel sorry for all those people that have been laid off or unemployed. What are they going to be doing there in the meantime? And that's what you want, basically, government to work for you, not to forget you. They've forgotten you. You want them to work for you. And I think this will send a strong message. And the assistance I received from the state of Illinois pointed out, I mean, you get people there who get it, who understand. Sometimes there's so many complicated laws and rules and regulations government has passed that how do you basically, we're on a program. It gets too complicated. And that's one of many of the challenges that we have, whether in local, state, or federal governments. And I really believe in this. And this program is a program for jobs. It's not just training, because we can train all the training programs that the government has run for years. They keep training. The end result is to order to get a job and rebuild your career. That is simple as that, and that's what the mission is all about. Is basically a job and a career for you, not a job, not a part-time job. And not a summer job, something like that. No, this is in order to get a job. And what we're trying to do in technology is to create a pool of talent for Chicago, unequal in this country, unequal in the world, because this is a global city. It's getting more and more global. We understand that because the world is getting global. I mean, we know everything what's happening in the world because of technology. At the same time, our city is becoming more and more global as we situate it right here in the center of the country through all types of transportation and all types of business or professional services. So at the same time, how do you tell companies to locate and relocate? They need talent. They need talent so that if they come here, a business, they know they can stay here for 25, 30, 40 years because the talent is going to be here. And businesses need good quality talent. And I think that's what we have, and that's what we've not marketed. We have not marketed as a city the talent that we have here in the city of Chicago. And so the Chicago Career Tech is that concept of creating thousands and thousands over years of talented people in the technology field that keeps changing. An advisory board can keep working with us so this program can be instituted with flexibility, and their mission is to rebuild everyone's life at the same time to get a job, and that's what it is, in good paying jobs. We want government to work for you. You have paid your taxes. You have done everything possible. And now how do we, in this economy, start thinking creating jobs? It isn't government jobs that's going to get us out of the recession. It isn't how many local government jobs or state or federal jobs, because the more they put on, the more taxes you have to pay. So that's, you start scratching yourself. What we have to do is create an atmosphere for the business community to expand, that they want to put more people on, that an employee is an asset and never a liability, that they're assets, not a liability. We got into this idea that employees are liabilities now. We have to make them assets. They'd be part and part of the atmosphere that you have in business or even government. And so that's why it's extremely important that we basically have a different philosophy of what this country can be and what this city can be. The future of all of us is this whole idea of technology. And it's here, and it's going to be here, and we're not going to get rid of it. And that's why education, public education, is so important, and technology is so important for another generation, that we can basically educate people with technology, through technology, and when they leave, they have technology experiences. To me, that is important. How do we fund it? First of all, over the long term, the city will invest $25 million from a parking meter human infrastructure fund to support the career program. This is the only city doing this in the nation. In the nation, we're the only one thinking about this, and we're doing this and putting money. The 28 area businesses have committed, as well as foundations have committed as well. And we're going to expand that. We're going to expand more and more businesses and more foundations. And we're going to educate people, both in the federal government and other agencies, how important this pilot program is to our city. And I want you to put your own comments down, because you've had different experiences with different training and different experiences in your life, that you can comment. Little comments are really important from you. We want to hear from you as you go through this program, what works and what doesn't work, and what it's a waste of time, you would believe, and what's inefficient. It's really important, because we want to make sure this program is 100% working for thousands and thousands of workers here in the city of Chicago and future workers. To me, that is it. You're the first class. I congratulate you, but most importantly, I congratulate you, your commitment to your families and not being depressed about things. I know you are sometimes. It does get, let's be realistic. You're human like anyone else. You have families, you have responsibilities, your obligations and things like that. But being here this morning reinforces our really belief that people do make a difference in our society, like yourself. And we want to reaffirm our faith and confidence individually and collectively in all of you and those that will come after you here in this program. We have to get back and believing people. I really believe that. It just can't be statistics and facts and just big speeches without getting things done. And so that hearing from you is important, but most importantly is to tell your story. As you're interviewed by the press, and I have to ask the press too, it isn't Mayor Daley, it isn't someone on the dais, it's you. They have to hear from you of what you've done with your life and what you hope to accomplish with this program, is to really reinforce people about what we can accomplish together. There are too many people fighting continually about nonsense without looking at the real problem of America, and that is jobs. And that is training and retraining so they can rebuild their own life and their family and get a good job. That's what this is all about. That's what the mission is. It's not something else. It's all about getting people good paying jobs and benefits. And to me, the only way you do that is to bring the not-for-profit, bring the government, bring the business sector together, and listen to you as members of the first class. I congratulate you. I thank you for, I guess, maybe your patience, because you really have patience. You have seen your life turn around. You have seen your lives turn around in your families. And to me, what we're talking about, government can have passion and can have a heart. It isn't by the rule. It isn't by the law. It isn't by the regulation. And we have to show that government should respond in heart and passion to people that need it to help the most. So I'm excited about this class. I asked the media to interview people from all walks of life of who they are and where they are and what they want to accomplish, so we can put a face on a program. It put a face on the program of every community here in the city of Chicago. I congratulate you. I look forward to great success of the first class, and I want to thank all those who had the passion, the willingness to believe in you, and not have you been forgotten by anyone, because you're the ones who made this city, this state, and this country, and the world. Thank you, and congratulations.